And welcome back.
Very interesting this morning, and we're moving into our third conversation for the morning, actually. Calendar of September events and Carnival Route.
Yes.
In with us is none other than Neil Hall. He is the Communication and Marketing Officer at NICH. Neil, good morning.
Good morning,
and welcome, sir.
Good morning.
It is September, officially.
Yes,
officially.
It's my month on Oye. This is the month where I get to be on Oye at least 3 times.
Yes.
We have been feeling September for quite a while, but now we can really say it. It is September.
Yes.
Everything is right around the corner, and we got to get a recap as to what's happening, where it's happening, and start scheduling for our own selves.
So step 1. Calendar of events.
It's out.
It's been out actually, and this is the paper version. We know that in this day and age, paper is a thing of the past. It's so passé. If it's not on your phone or your tablet, you know what? It doesn't exist anymore. So we'd like to invite everybody to hit up nichbelize.org. Scroll down just a little bit. You'll probably see this image. Click on it. Complete digital version. You can also click on and save the link so that you have it in your WhatsApp, send it to all your contacts, all your friends. Maybe save it as a bookmark on your browser, on your phone or tablet, so that you will always be able to go, hold on, okay, I need to be here in the next 20 minutes.
I'm old school, I still like my printed calendar. But
Man.
go ahead. But we have all options for everyone.
Yes. There aren't a whole lot of these left because the minute the first one got out, everybody came asking. I believe there are very few left, and they might only be at the City Council.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm not sure where you can find others.
So what the calendar has is all the events for every district.
Most of the events, because of the snafu with the Belize City Council and the 10th Bram, that was not listed because that was arranged after
the printing.
But we will be having our 10th Bram, we will be having our 10th parade, so that's missing from the Belize City calendar. All the other events are listed in all the other municipalities except for anything that popped up recently.
Okay.
And where's the Bram gonna be?
Good question. No, I brought my answer for that. Hold on.
But before we get there, I wanted to talk about what some of the upcoming activities. We've seen some of the big ones. We've seen the National Song Competition, the official opening, of course, and Carnival King and Queen was this weekend.
Yeah, Belikin Bash. So we had a lot of stuff so far.
I heard Belikin Bash was good.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it was.
All right, I'm ready.
So where are we? What's coming up next?
Okay, first of all, last night we had the annual evening of patriotic songs and poems at the Westlit Church. That was dynamic.
Yes, it was.
It was dynamic.
It was.
I mean, the array of artists, groups, bands, choirs, chorales, I don't know what else you want to call them, was dynamic. Their presentations were excellent. From there, we're looking at mass camp. So if you have a carnival group that you like, this is your opportunity to get them some points.
They start tonight.
Yes. So they're being the fort.
Yes.
Cool.
What?
Yes.
So remind us again, what are the mass camps for?
Okay, so what you have are the different carnival groups, junior and senior. And what they'll be doing is they'll be putting on their final display, getting their people together, having a big pre-party to carnival, where they, literally, it's an excuse just to have more fun.
Yeah.
Where you have
to extend the carnival experience.
Exactly, you know, King and Queen is here and Carnival Route March is here. You need something in the middle.
Yeah.
So you put 3 days of having individual groups just having parties at their base, where they celebrate the fact that they're going to represent their colors, their themes, their spirit, and show off the feeling and the joy that they get from Carnival.
I have to call it rallying the troops. So they're rallying the troops for the big day on Saturday.
Exactly.
I like to say September is the month for excuse for party. You're
Why
putting
excuse?
Excuses. Let's put these 3 dates together, and then we just go to it.
Stuff like this.
Yeah.
So that's an example of previous mass camps.
Exactly.
We have to say, of course, we always have coverage of all the mass camps that actually starts, well, after tomorrow. Tomorrow, because it starts tonight, and that's King and Queen there. So it starts off with mass camps tonight, Thursday.
Tonight, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th, you have the mass camps. On the 6th and the 7th, you've got Frankie Renault's Timeless Motown Memories 2.
Tell us about this.
Bliss, Frankie Renault, It's not a repeat because last year we did have Timeless Motown Memories. It is the sequel. It is part 2. It is where all the action gets doubled. It is where all the dancing gets doubled. It's where the choreography. Last year.
More boy bands. Yeah. No, I asked. I asked.
It's not a big seller for me.
Yeah.
It's not a big seller for me.
There's this standout moment of the show, the boy band presentation, and there'll be more boy bands.
And Motown.
And Motown.
And when we talk Motown, what are we talking about?
We're talking Smokey Robinson, Aretha Franklin. We're talking Stevie Wonder. We're talking
Commodores, Lionel.
Yes.
Shucks.
All right. Are tickets still available?
Yes, only a few though. We have had great success with the sales of the tickets because of last year's show, and everybody knows what's happening this year.
Yeah.
People that didn't get the chance to see last year are actually reserving their tickets in advance, and they just literally saying, hold it for me, I want to come pay for it between today and tomorrow. And that was yesterday.
Is this a family event?
Yes.
Like it.
Like
it.
So you could come.
I want to go.
So it's Thursday and Friday. There are three types of tickets. You can get the reserved, the VIP,
General.
and the general.
Yes.
Right?
Which one do you have?
I am booked for one day. I don't know which one it is yet.
All right.
All right. So we are talking about the days before the big day. Can we just get into Carnival? I want to get to this conversation so quickly.
No, because we also have we also have things because it is a month of nationalism, patriotism, and this cannot be lost from our youth. So what we have is Literacy Day coming up on the 7th. And that will be at all schools, and it's going to be an exercise in reminding people that education is important, even though it's the month of merriment and carnival and juve and mass camp and all of that. You still need to learn to read.
Education
is exactly.
Fun. Duly noted. Important event.
Then we have another patriotic event, which is the pilgrimage or the tribute to the grave of Simon Lamb and other Belizean patriots, again leaving from Wesley Church. That's at 4 p.m. and it's a free event. It's on the 7th as well.
Okay.
Then you might have heard of this small little event that's going to happen for 3 days at the Marion Jones. And that's the Belize September Festival weekend.
Small little event.
Small little 3-day event with people like, I don't know, you might have heard of one or two of these artists.
Let me hear.
Beanie Man. Sings dancehall.
Seems familiar.
You know him?
I think he's come here once or twice before.
Maybe.
Like 6-7 times.
But always a showstopper.
Yes.
Who else? We have...
They have
a ton of artists.
I don't even know what you'd call that lineup, but it's 3 days.
But they're also featuring a lot of Belizean artists as well,
there,
and Belizean DJs.
Yeah.
So yes, that's an exciting
When does
event.
it start?
The 7th, the 8th, and the 9th, and they start in the evening.
Okay. And that's at the Marion Jones.
Yes, ma'am. Then on September 8th is the big day. It starts at 3:45 with a dedication ceremony. For Juve. Yep, that's it. Sorry. It starts at 3:45 with a dedication ceremony for a young man who lost his life 1 year at Carnival/Juve.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then at 4 o'clock, the actual Juve begins. And that's going to take us from in front of Suncas, across the bridge, down Cemetery, Vernon Street, across the Bell China Bridge, down to Queen Street, up Queen Street, then somewhere
Craig
else.
Street.
Yes. See, you're
Daly Street, then Craig Street, then out to Marine Parade.
Where,
there you go. Where you can jump in the water if you choose.
If you choose, but you know what? Who doesn't?
I don't know. There's sarcasm in Belize City now.
Well, you do have a point.
But all the fun is there. There's water. There's
it's
mud, chocolate, paint.
mud, paint, excitement, fun, revelry at its best. Because you know what? We don't go for look good. And yes, I said we. Because I will be there. I will be getting dirty. I'll be getting down and dirty for Juve.
Nobody will notice you anyway. Everybody looks the same by the end.
Who that? You know, the brown shirt, the brown pants with the brown face and the brown hair.
You look just like a brown one day.
Exactly. Can't even tell who's who.
Of course not.
But also just because... Why you laugh like that, Marlene? Or you see yourself? Or you recognize that was you? Or
anyway,
no comment? No comment? But we still want to give a plug to Coco Devils.
Okay.
And Mad Squad because they still have packages available.
Yeah.
So if you're into
the
true... Yes, if you're into the true
These are the
wear,
chocolate people.
Yes, they are. where you are ready to get really down and dirty and you get
and
that
sticky.
And sticky, and not to mention have that liquid courage pouring through your veins, and you know, then Mad Squad and of course Cocoa Devils are excellent groups for you to be a part of.
So Cocoa Devils gives you, they're both package deals. Cocoa Devils is chocolate and Mad Squad is paint and powder.
Yes, and a lot more liquid courage to be liquid motivation
to
be out of that.
Or you could just join with what is like the general crowd, which is all mud.
Just, you know what? Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, which is free.
Which is free.
Okay. So that starts at 4 a.m.
That's at 4 a.m.
Okay.
That usually goes until, let's say, 9, when everybody disperses. And I mean 9 because everybody's gone by then.
Yeah.
And then people go to rest. The people that are in Carnival, I've heard that they're trying to line up extra early this year. So they should be there by 12 so they can do a head count and get everything prepared. Because at 1 o'clock, we have the Carnival Road March.
Oh,
cool.
And that's where...
Why did you change the route again?
Why you send me?
Because you're here representing NICH.
Okay. NICH did not change the route again.
What do you mean?
The route was always the same. It was the same as it was last year. There you have it. The route is the same as it was last year. There was a plea to change the route this year and to take it down St. Thomas. However, the challenge with the changing of the route for last year was because it passed in front of a hospital.
Again, yes.
If we look on St. Thomas, at the back end by BTL, there's a hospital.
Yeah.
And the comment is, yes, but they have a very accessible back gate. So does Carl Hushner.
Yeah.
Yes. But it still
So you're trying to stay away from medical facilities?
Yes.
Okay. So we're keeping with the same route. Now, there were some challenges with the last route.
Understood.
Yeah.
And
so what are we doing to mitigate those this year?
I'm very happy you mentioned that, because one of the things that happens is people expect you to make a change in it for it to just be perfect.
Yeah.
And in a real world, that rarely happens.
That doesn't happen,
Rarely.
Yeah.
Rarely.
Yeah.
They're what we call growing pains.
Exactly. So realizing what were the challenges last year, we are working on the logistics to make those non-issues this year.
Okay, and those would be?
Those would be first, there was a particular spot on Bayman that a lot of people were harassed.
Wow.
It was done because there was an establishment selling alcohol from the beginning of Carnival until it got there, and it just made those people much more friendly than they should have been with the Carnival goers.
Yeah.
There will be more law enforcement in that area to help them to behave themselves properly, help the people in that area, and I've been told that they might or should not be able to get their liquor license, so they will not be able to have a location in that area selling alcohol.
Okay.
So that almost cancels that out immediately.
Yeah.
One of the other challenges was the turn at the Cinderella Plaza, which, because of the double turns, had the vehicles doing that and then dancing again. We're working on that.
Yeah.
We don't have a solution for that as yet, but we are working on it.
Is that a no spectator zone? Because we know that is
because of the way,
really dangerous.
Because of the way the vehicles have to turn in and then turn around again, it's like an S.
Yeah.
It has been deemed very dangerous for...
Of course, it poses danger.
Yeah.
Yes, and we would love for our carnival to be in the news for the joy and the revelry and the camaraderie, not for anything else.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that issue is still being sorted. Okay. So let's go back to, for anybody who didn't see Carnival last year, what the new route is.
Okay, I need it on the screen because my street names aren't that good. It starts out on Central American, comes up to, was it Vernon?
To Cemetery.
Cemetery.
Yeah.
We'll get it up.
There we go.
Yeah.
No, it's not Cemetery.
Central American to Vernon.
You're right. Yeah.
Left onto Youth for the Future Drive. It then crosses the Bell China Bridge onto Douglas Jones Street, goes straight into Cinderella Plaza, and then it turns left onto Kelly Street, and then right onto Bayman. And that's where the
curve.
The reversing and straightening out usually happens, and it does add a bit of a delay.
Yes.
From there, it goes left onto Princess Margaret Drive and ends at the Marion Jones Sporting Complex.
All right. Okay. And so, how long did it take last year?
1 until about 4.
Okay. So people have an idea of what to be able to expect and the route as well.
Definitely.
How many bands do we have in Carnival this year?
Oh gosh. I believe it's 5 and 7, 5 and 9.
Yeah.
5 and 7, 5 and 9.
5 juniors, and 9 seniors.
Somewhere around there. Somewhere around there.
Hopefully one of my phones will light up and give me correct information on that, but yes.
So it's going to be big, because
it's
9...
It's either 3 and 5 or 5 and
there you go.
No, that was me pressing the button.
Okay.
Hoping for an answer.
So, because that also talks about how big it's going to be. You know, one of the challenges we have at Carnival, we all look forward to it, and we love when it passes us, and we hate the waiting time. So it's true, and we hate gaps. So I know the gaps are the hardest part to control, and that's one of the things the Carnival committee works on very much.
Yes, you know what the best thing to do is?
Yeah.
Actually go out on the Carnival route and enjoy it.
Oh, so
you mean like
be a regular.
Play mass?
Go in there and
yes.
Oh, that's what you're doing this year too?
No. Juve has me, Carnival. I need to do logistics.
Yeah.
Okay, don't tell the wife. Don't tell the wife. I hope she's not watching.
We won't tell her.
All right.
But yeah, I do logistics, so I can't be in. I have to be on the sidelines.
Okay, right.
Besides, I need to work this out first before I get in a Carnival.
Actually, there seems to be no requirement. Everybody is allowed to go in and have a great time. So when you're ready, Juve is a great warm-up. But let's get back to our calendar.
On September 9th, it's back to tradition, where we have the fire engine parade through the principal streets of Belize City, starting at 7 p.m. And you know, that's lovely. On September 10th, you might have heard, but that will be St. George's Key Day.
Yes.
We of course
Where is the official ceremony going to be?
It's going to be at the Memorial Park, starting at 8 a.m. And then we have, of course, the citizen parade through the streets. And then let me get to my official here. The 10th parade will end up at the Battlefield Park for the Bram.
Cool.
So yes,
there will be a 10th
Bram. Yes, there will be a 10th Bram, and it will be
at the Battlefield.
At the Battlefield Park. Right. So things do work out when we raise attention to it and we make people aware that, you know, this isn't enough, that isn't enough, we need your help.
And they work together.
Exactly.
I think that was a wonderful example.
Exactly.
And then the 11th, we go back to work.
You know what?
But what happens during that week?
All right, the 13th, we have the Tribute to Belizean Patriots, the National Honors and Awards Ceremony at the Bliss. That is the 7 p.m. On the 14th, we have the School Children's Rally. Again, we don't exclude anybody. We also have the Belize International Film Festival launch at the Bliss. That's at 7:30 p.m. We have the 17th Annual Sound Fest 2018. That's at the Bird's Isle.
Okay.
Also, Bird's Isle will be celebrating the 10th. If you don't want to go to the Bram there, you can go to the Bram on Bird's Isle.
You go to two of them.
Exactly. Go to both.
Yeah.
We then move to the 15th and the 16th, where we have the Expo. BCCI Expo, and that's going to be at the IT Vet compound. That starts at 6 p.m. Sorry, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Make sure you go there and get all your deals and steals and just have a wonderful time and realize what there is in Belize. Then we have on the 15th as well, the Little Independence Junior Miss Pageant at the Bliss. That's at 6 p.m. And then we have a Back in the Days old school dance at the Bird's Isle, again on the 15th.
Lovely.
The 16th is the Belize City Council's Cycling Criterion, Albert and Regent Streets from 10 a.m. So be careful about where you think you'll be parking. There's also the National Day of Prayer Ecumenical Service at the Queen Street Baptist Church from 7 p.m. until, and the Panyard Steel Band Concert 2018.
Gosh, everybody looks forward to that.
That is going to be at 8 p.m. September 16th.
All right.
And it's slated for the Marion Jones Stadium.
Okay.
The 19th is National Service Day in memory of Right Honorable George Cadle Price, and National Colors Day as well, and that's countrywide, of course.
Excellent.
And that's all day. The 20th is the entertainment and official flag raising ceremony, fireworks display, musical entertainment at the Memorial Park for those of you in Belize City. For those of you in your municipalities, you know it's going to be at that spot.
Yeah.
And that's, of course, from 9 p.m. here in the city until 1 a.m. Bringing in the 21st. We've also got the 5th Annual Soca and Cultural Festival at the Marion Jones Sporting Complex. We've got the 21st following that up with the Belize City Independence Day Ceremony, which will be a municipal event. We also have the official event happening in Belmopan at Government
National Assembly.
National Assembly.
Yes.
Thank you, National Assembly Building. We have the uniform parade in all the different municipalities as well. And here in Belize City, we'll have Bird's Isle Independence Throwdown starting at 12 noon. and Belize City Council's 21st Fest at the BTL Park. So you'll have parties on both sides.
Wow.
Sweet.
Again,
so like you said,
just keep on going
just
back and
both.
forth. Yeah.
Just
Here
do both.
There.
Which one starts with? All right, we'll start there and then move there. Good to go. However, it's the entire month of September that is celebrated. And on the 28th at the Memorial Park, starting at 6:30 p.m., is the Light the Night for Kids event.
Wow.
Which is quickly catching steam and has been doing very well over the last
Very, very well.
Nice. Another kids event. So there are quite a number of activities that the kids can enjoy.
Exactly.
And that's great to know. But Neil, I think we've run through our time for the September conversation. And we do want to let people know, of course, that it is available online. So you can get your own copy, download it, bookmark it, whatever it is. And make sure you schedule the activities that you want to attend.
Yep.
Right? And as you mentioned, there are quite a few things that aren't on the official calendar, but I know we get a chance to promote them here, and we'll promote our event as well, September 18th. Channel 5 and University of West Indies is having a public town hall on the ICJ, and that takes place at 8:30 p.m. at the University of West Indies Auditorium. It is open to the public, which means, you know what? We don't ask the questions. We won't have a panel to ask the questions. It's who comes. They'll be able to ask those questions directly on this very important decision. So
if you want to be informed, this is your chance to ask the questions to the folks who knows.
All right, so that's one more thing in addition to all the things that are taking place for September. But do enjoy, do make it out to as many events as you can, and be safe as well. Thank you, Neil.
Thank you, thank you.
All right.
We hope your wife is not watching.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and take our final break, and when we come back, we'll have our wrap-up, so stay tuned.